my name is Hare Krsna, and I thought of sharing my understanding about the Yoga Ladder from Bhagavad Gita as it is, written by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. I would like to express my humble gratitude to my Bhagavad Gita teacher for giving me this knowledge. First, before going to the Yoga Ladder, we need to know what is yoga. The word yoga means to link or linking ourselves with the consciousness with the Supreme Absolute Truth. There are different types of yoga systems which are named differently according to the particular method that are adopted. First is the few yoga ladders are 1. Karma Kanda, regulated sense gratification. 2. Sakama Karma Yoga, attached to the fruits of work and work itself. 3. Nishkama Karma Yoga, detached from fruits of work but attached to work itself. 4. Jnana Yoga, speculative knowledge of Brahman plus austerity. Ashtanga Yoga, control of the mind and senses by eightfold path, meditation of the Supersoul within the heart. And last, Bhakti Yoga, loving devotional service to the Supreme Lord, Bhagavan Sri Krishna. First, Karma Kanda. There is no spiritual objective in Karma Kanda. This is the first step in the elevation of a conditioned spirit soul. By encouraging regulated sense gratification, it brings animalistic people to a platform of religiosity. Karma Kanda purifies the practitioner in many ways. The ways in which Karma Kanda purifies is A. It makes them practice some regulations which brings detachment. Detachment brings knowledge. B. It brings them to the Vedas, which also contain jnana and knowledge to worship. C. By practicing sacrifice and getting result, it gives him faith and sastra. D. It makes him associate with brahmanas who can give him knowledge. E. After bringing one to the Vedic path and giving one faith, him to examine the jnana sections and upasana, which is worship, and inevitably leads to frustration. Then it is karma yoga. The practice of karma kanda leads on to the next step, karma yoga. Here, one is frustrated with living for sense gratification and wants to advance spiritually, but is still too attached to completely stop working for himself. Therefore, one starts karma yoga on the sakama with desire stage. Then it's sakama karma yoga. This is the spiritual objective with material desires. Here, one will work in the world, but will still be attached to some of the fruits for himself. Out of a desire for purification, he will give up some of the fruits of his labor. The practice of Sakama Karma Yoga leads one to the stage where he is completely detached to the fruits of his activities, Nishkama Karma Yoga. And then it is Nishkama Karma Yoga. This has a spiritual objective, and here one has some fixedness in transcendental knowledge. Generally, one at this stage is detached from the fruit of his labor, but is still attached to the work itself. Then it's Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga has spiritual objective and can be equated to giving up all social obligations in pursuit of spiritual advancement. This is not recommended by Krishna because one must be highly qualified to fully give up work. Then it is Ashtanga Yoga. This has a spiritual objective. This is a yoga system which helps one to achieve just as that obtained by Nishkama Karma Yoga. There are two stages in Ashtanga Yoga, Yoga Ruksha, the beginning stage, and Yoga Rudha, the advanced stage. These are further divided into 8 steps. Ashta means 8 and Anga means part, so 8 parts. Of the 8 steps in Ashtanga Yoga, which is Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, and Dhyana, Samadhi, Yama, following the prohibitions and regulations, after one learns to strictly follow the rules and regulations, he begins to practice asana, which is sitting posture, what people commonly call hatha yoga. While the asanas are being mastered, one begins pranayama, which is breathing exercises. The breath intimately connected with the mind Therefore, pranayama helps to control the mind. When his mind is controlled, the aspiring yogi advances to the practice of pratyahara, which is withdrawing his senses from the objects. When he becomes detached, he practices dharana, then dhyana, different intensifiers of meditation. Such meditation leads to the final stage, samadhi. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains that in the Yoga Duduksha, which is the beginning stage, one works in Nishkama Karma Yoga, while simultaneously practicing Ashtanga yoga that purifies the heart. Then, when the aspiring yogi becomes elevated in his practice to the point of Yoga Rudha, he gives up Nishkama Karma Yoga. Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan adds that the Yoga Rudha stage begins at dhyana, intense meditation on the Supreme, Absolute Truth, Krishna. Then it is Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is a quality that can permeate any of the stages that involve a spiritual objective, but generally it is only fully entered after the jnana stage. Bhakti Yoga is a devotional service. The path of Bhakti Yoga is developed through a variety of activities. These include mantra meditation or the chanting of the names of God. The chanting is done either individually on beads, japa, or in community by chanting mantras accompanied by music, kirtan. The study of sacred texts such as the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, associating with like-minded spiritual aspirants, eating sanctified vegetarian food, and living in a way that upholds the principles of truthfulness, mercy, austerity, and cleanliness are all core practices for a life of follower of bhakti. The primary focus of yogis is the jnani focuses on the Brahman, or the impersonal, all-pervading aspect of the Supreme. The Patanjali yogi on Paramatma, and the Bhakti yogi on Krishna, the Supreme Lord with all his opulences, with one who has a spiritual form composed of eternity, knowledge, and bliss. Thank you, and Hare Krishna. Please make sure to like and subscribe.